presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about Wave 9 of Super7's TMNT Ultimates and whether or not it's going to help rebound the toy line. We'll also talk about controversies around King Grayskull, all of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my good friend John. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Jay?
I'm doing okay. I haven't told it publicly anywhere yet, but I was laid off from my job on Friday, so I'm currently fun-employed. The F is silent. And you know, a whole bunch of companies laid people off on Friday, like Twitter, Lyft, Open Door, like all the tech companies laid waste to a lot of their employee base. But at least for me, I had a feeling it could happen at any time. They've been laying off people for like a year, and it finally came my time. So I've been preparing for it, and it'll be fine. But at the very least, John, I'll have more free time to work on this channel and kind of have it as a full-time gig as I try to get another job, or maybe this thing becomes the job while I'm trying to find another job. But that is what's going on in my life. But it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. Yeah.
Did I sound convincing? Did I convince myself?
Yeah. You convinced everyone.
Yes. But anyway, I know for one thing, something that'll bring me joy is talking about toys with all of you. So let's say hello to the chat. It's been hopping today, John. And I did want to plus in a couple of our good friends of the channel. We're letting them, or at least their voices heard. I want to make sure I plus it in here. Jamie Vaughn was one. Just hoping it's not another Super7 smear fest. I really like their figures, and they may have some issues. The heck, most stuff out there does. I'm all in on this wave because we're leading. The lead story is the Super7 wave. So respect the hell out of Jamie. So I make sure I want to plus that in, and then Smedberg as well. And it may have disappeared. Smedberg also voice. Here we go. I have always enjoyed this line and have no problem paying the full price. It's a shame Jay and John continue to try and tear it down and ruin it. Smedberg, love you, my friend. I don't think that's my intention. I don't think it's your intention, John. I just think
no.
We also have loved the line. I think we have frustrations, but we will try to do our best to not tear things down and smear. Right, John? We can. I don't think we try to, but it's fine.
No. It's been mentioned in the Discord that we give them too much love.
Yeah.
So
we can't win.
Which way are we going?
We can't win, just like Mattel can't win on the King Grayskull. We'll talk about that as well tonight. We got a Stump John, and I think we have a pretty cool giveaway for both our patrons and you all watching as well. Automaton is here. Doomed Hunt, Smedberg, Bolts 865. Nelson A, Josh Ruth, VCG Cosplay, Andrew Throwback Turtle, Meagle Hulk is here, Drifter Comic, Jamie Vaughn, Josh Ruth, Map Room Gaming, Thundercats 85 is here, Captain K, Jason, Lucha Johnny, Darth Maximus, Totally Rad Dad is in the house, Alpha Magnus, Free Reign. Time change was kids equals it does. It absolutely does. And thank you to Colleen for helping get the kids to bed as I was trying to set up this show tonight. Mike Giorlico, Jonathan Morello, I'll do Alpha Magnus again. Riley Bob is here. Tyridium Hanger, the Gabadon. Black Phoenix is here as well, and so many more. The Ryan Dole, these Super7 turtles are straight hype indeed. But yes, hello everybody. Tons of people in the chat. As always. And thank you for super chat. I'm seeing well wishes, fun employment check for Jay. But thank you so much, Drifter Comic. Again, don't feel like I don't need charity. It's fine. Like, it'll be fine. If you do enjoy the content, you want to sign up for Patreon and stuff like that, that does help. Or super chats in general. Yes, they help as well. But I don't want to feel like anybody has to be guilted into sending in money. If you like this stuff and want to support it as you usually do, great. But no pity chats, okay? $2 super chat from Toy Connections, hashtag YouTube career for Jay. We'll see. That's what it's going to have to be during this time. Payne's Toy Samples, assisting with the unemployment fund, hashtag one more. Thank you, Payne's Toy Samples. $2 for the full-time GDL fund. Thank you so much for that, Roberto Suarez. Becoming a family member, too. Yeah, that helps. Thanks to all the family members. Okay. How about we pity the fool? Oh my God. Okay. Damn, this is a really good point, Alpha Max. If you have to repost it. That'll be really good. Let's see. Jay going full time. For the current time being, I am also applying and interviewing for other jobs, but as of now, GDL will be a full time endeavor for me. I'm not in IT. I'm in management and leadership training. So, anyway, okay. There's a super chats now, y'all. So yes, thank you very much. But we have a like goal tonight, John.
We do.
So let's get guilt money. Please don't feel guilty. Do not do it if you don't feel guilted into. Okay. But Matt Bush sent in a couple sets that I think are pretty cool. And I felt like, here we go. Where is this here? I expect content every few hours throughout the week, Jay. Hey, I'm hoping at least daily or darn near. I have my dad here this weekend. He's at leave till tomorrow. But after that, very regular content, hopefully. Okay. Speaking of smearing and crapping on ideas on the show, one of those was the oh my God, geez. Okay, this is too much, people. Thanks for the months of Sunday night parasocial companionship. On topic, Samuel Leo was my favorite figure growing up. I got the Super7 one this week, and his hips are so weak he can barely stand. I've seen that in a few there. Captain Fox, thank you for the super chat. $20 to make sure Jay can keep posting reviews. Thank you, Terrence St. John. Michael Traverso, this super chat is only for John. I feel like all these other super chats are just going to meant for Jay. Thank you, Michael.
I'll gift it back.
Oh my God, guilt money. Jeez. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Thundercats, for a not charity donation. Thank you. Honestly, that's way too kind. I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it. Okay, so we talked so much crap about this $150 television set.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt was super kind to be like, I know you didn't want to spend money on it, but I figured I'd send these to you. If you want to keep them awesome, if you want to give it away, please feel free to give it away. John, I know you're having your own existential crisis for how much stuff you have in your room right now. So you were cool with giving one away, and I was then cool with giving mine away as well tonight. So for our patrons, you don't have to do anything. If you're a patron for $5, you will be entered to win a 40th anniversary television He-Man set, the television sensation. It's $150 and exclusive set. So one of our patrons will win this tonight automatically. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. But for our like goal, if we hit, what do you say, John? How many likes should we do?
350.
Oh, you're being nice. We already have 350 watching right now.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
let's do
everybody needs to do a like,
right?
Just because it's 350 watching, we don't necessarily get that many likes.
Maybe, but I feel like.
Do you want to?
I want to do 400.
400.
400.
Okay, and it's got to be 400. It can't be 399. It can't be 398.
No, not 399. 400. You gotta hit it. Say it's like, you know what, Jay, I totally get it. I'm sorry you got laid off and you don't have to do anything. I don't have money to give. That's perfectly fine. But you could do a like button. That's an easy way to help.
Free of charge.
Right? That's a free 99 way to help out the show. So if we hit 400 likes, we will give away an additional television Motu set.
The 4-pack.
The 4-pack
was just overpriced to begin with.
Yeah. And so if you were like me, I'm like, I don't want to spend $150 on 4 Motu Origins figures. Well, for a like of on the show tonight, you can earn yourself one. $5 for chat. This is where I buy a ticket to the MC and Vintage Eternia comparison video. Yeah, you know what? Luckily that I already spent that money before I got unemployed. So that's already taken care of. No worries there. Brian Brink, $10 super chat to help pad that. Thank you, Brian Brink. Thank you so much. Okay. So 400 likes, ladies and gentlemen. And that'll do it. There you go, Giraffe. This is for John. He is loved too. Indeed.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed. Raffle influence money. No money can influence that.
The wheel cannot be influenced.
Cannot pay it off. You cannot pay us off. So it's exactly, I can move into that attorney. Oh my god. Okay. John, we have given Super 7 Ultimates a hard time. I will admit, I don't feel like we smeared, but we have given Super 7 a hard time on their Ultimates lines as of late, right? They have so many, the turnaround time is really late, but I also hear, like, you know, what Jamie Vaughn's saying is like, well, I still love them, and I don't mind it takes a long time, and I don't mind how much you spend, so quit yucking my yum. Totally respect that. But I think, at least for myself, and I know John as well on this channel, whatever we talk about is just, we're toy collectors. Like, we spend our hard-earned money on this stuff, and and sometimes it doesn't work for us personally. So what we're sharing is our personal takes. But we do try to make sure we don't stifle anybody else's opinion. But at least just for you and I, John, it just feels like, especially, and we may have gotten soured because we bought in multiple sets of Waves 3 and 4, and you know, just to get sets for ourselves. And at the very least, you know, I don't know, break even on the other sets that we picked up.
Because when we bought into multiple waves, we were buying cases. We split a case, and there was 4 of each figure per case, right?
Well, the goal was we were buying it at dealer rates, so we were getting less than retail on them, but it was only like saving, I don't know, like $5 a figure.
$5, yeah. And we couldn't even recoup it.
No,
that was the worst part. I think that's what soured us the most. Is we took a loss on all of it.
Yeah, and you know, and that's where it hurts. Truth is it hurts, especially when I see figures I paid $55 to $65 for on Amazon later for $25 to $35. Absolutely, absolutely. So, let's see. Chrome Killer Confuser. The complaints on how long Super 7 takes baffles me. It takes like a year to make these, and they clearly don't get started until after the pairs are sold. Sure, absolutely. But I think it does rub some people the wrong way, right? So I don't think you have to like hide that fact. Oh, we did have some family members as well. I didn't press them in. I am such a jerk. Let me do that real quick. Gotta press the damn family button, right, John? Here we go. A couple family members. Michael Traverso, a saint among saints. Welcome to the family, Michael.
I got family.
As well as Earl Potts.
I got family.
Welcome to the family, gentlemen. Michael is hopefully, maybe, possibly, the Padres are playing the Yankees. He may be able to hook me up with some tickets in my Padres. All right, Ronnie with a $5 super chat. Just got back from Legions Con today, and oh my god, the Necro Wave is nuts. Jay, if I send you some Legions, can you do a video review of them? Sure, absolutely. I haven't reviewed the Headless Horseman yet. I was like, oh, I may have to sell it at the show. But anywho, so you know, I think we've had this kind of, I don't know, on again, off again, love-hate since Wave 3, 4. It kind of soured a little bit. For me personally, Wave 3, I had issues, QC issues, engineering issues. Wave 4, I actually really liked it. I didn't have any problems with Wave 4. But then Wave 5, I had a lot of problems with. And I have a video that I've made, and I'm worried it's too negative, and I haven't posted it yet because of that. But you know, maybe I'll post it eventually. But also the waves after 6, they were introducing some repaints or, you know, deco variants and some choices that maybe weren't core early years characters. And so I think we were asking for like, where's the heavy hitters? We gotta get to these heavy hitters before we get to Robo, Samurai, whatever, right? So I feel like Wave 9 is a return to form on character selection. where you have some, all-time great toys in the set. And even for the redeco or the new deco redeco, I think it being a flocked version is really cool. I probably won't get it, but I think at least it's flocked. Flocking is cool.
Yeah.
If you have to have a repaint, make it a good one. And I think that's a cool idea. But Scumbug looks fantastic. And I think, isn't that one of your favorite, John?
Yep.
That's one of your all-time favorites. And I definitely want to get your deep dive thoughts here, but as we just kind of review this concept. But then the Wingnut and Screw Loose look amazing. And Screw Loose looks like an actual little action figure. But that figure is $75. Scumbug $65. The rest are $55. But the neutrinos, love the neutrinos, and the Duncan Don is, one of, if not my favorite sports turtle. I will say though, I get why they can't have 23 on his jersey, but that was a big appeal. It was a Jordan jersey on the original figure. So John, thoughts on Wave 9 of TMNT Ultimates?
Definitely the most solid wave since Wave 4, I would say. And I mean, all great choices. Like you said, if we're going to get a paint variant or just any redeco re-release, flocked is the way to go. I mean, glow in the dark, it's not my thing, especially for a character that you don't need glowing in the dark.
Yes.
Don't need a glow in the dark foot soldier. I think the coolest one so far is probably the glow in the dark Baxter Stockman, but it's been so long since then. I really forget that they even made him.
It was the first one they released, right? It was 2020.
Yeah, that was like I don't want to call it an early bird figure, but it was like the early bird.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. And it seemed like that was neat. It was like it was the charm of the line, and it's going to be glow in the dark, first thing you can get. And then after that, I think they just it goes too far. So I think doing Flock Splinter nails it for a variant that isn't necessary, but it's still really cool. It's a neat nod. It's probably gonna look great. A lot of people are gonna take that old Splinter out, and it's gonna be worth even less. That $22 $22 Splinter.
It's now about to be like $10.
Like a $10 Splinter. But it's for the rest of the line. The neutrinos, they're like, I never had much connection to them. I remember them from the cartoon.
Sure.
I never had Zach as a kid.
I had Zach, but I didn't have any of the others, even though I loved,
but they were later, right?
Well, I don't even remember. I think so. I think you're right. I think
because the others came out post Toon Turtles.
Yes.
And Zach was just sort of the lone neutrino that was released like 2 years prior. So he looks great. That sort of metallic finish, whether or not it actually shows up on the figure, the finished
if it's
product.
Silver, it's gonna be super, super duper shiny. If it's gold, nothing.
It's just, it looks like it's just matte.
So maybe
yellow paint.
Blue's in between. Maybe blue's the sweet spot.
It could be. Yeah.
I do want to question I Brandon 3G became a family member. Welcome, I Brandon 3G.
I got family.
And I do want to post in this chat from Andrew McDonald's. I think it highlights your point, John. Like Ghost Jaga, who I think is also another that's a really good variant, and I think he's got a good point here. Like Ghost Jaga, had I known Fuzzy Splinter was a possibility, I'd have waited. I think that's how good of a variant it is. I think it should, to your point, it's the prime Splinter now, right?
Yep. Okay, so yeah, for Wingnut, awesome, and Screw Loose, looking like he is going to be an articulated figure. I love how
Mhm.
they did the closed mouth head sculpt on
Yes.
Wignut. It's,
Mhm.
like, this is what you hadn't seen before. This is what he looks like without showing his teeth.
Yep.
It's so simple.
Mhm.
Um, he looks like he's going to be enormous, but of course, so is his price. So
Yep.
you got to take that.
Mhm.
And Donnie, iconic. I like the white jersey over red.
Red one?
Yeah. I know the vintage counterpart, which was I think part of the 5th anniversary,
Mhm.
is super duper like incredibly expensive to find that
Yeah.
figure, the white jersey version. But I like the white over
Mhm.
the red. And of course, I talked about it before. My biggest problem with the sports turtles,
Space
the
Turtles.
spurts turtles, is they need to do all 4 turtles in the same sport.
But this is
I know, like, it would
go to
have to
other
be
figures, but this is where Super 7 can, like, right or wrong, right? Like, they could just
right.
do a basketball. Nah, that would gum up the works. It
I know
really would.
it would.
Yeah.
There would have to be, like, 4 years from now so that, they can get the rest of the figures made, and, of course, if
Mhm.
4 years from now is pre-orders, we'll see them in 7 years in
Yep.
hand. But,
Mhm.
yeah, my biggest problem with the sports turtles has always been do 4 turtles of the same sports. Do, like, 4 football, 4
Mhm.
basketball. But, I've been beating that horse for a while.
Let me. There's a couple super chats here. Let me plus those in. I also want to plus in. Mad Hatter Reviews is here. He did a stream earlier today. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. I saw a lot of people here that were there as well. But check it out. But the thing I really want you to check out on Mad Hatter Reviews, if you haven't already seen it, did you see his silent film
I
review?
did. I love that.
Like, bravo,
Mhm.
chef's kiss. Absolutely brilliant.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant. I just the smile. My face hurt just from the smiling. I was going to say I saw it was such a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant video.
Mhm.
Um,
Absolutely. He
like
comes up with like his ideas are he should be having half a million followers.
absolutely, 100%
Mhm.
agree. I'm also a patron of his. He's
Yep.
got a Patreon going. So if my patronage helped him be able to make that thing, that's where it's all worth every single penny. Um, so if you haven't checked, it is just so freaking good. Oh, it's so good. Mad props, mad props. Michael Traverso with the super chat here. Super 7 needs to rethink their business. Stop making the toys. Send their renders directly to NFT wallet. Salty over what they did to Quicksilver. It's a fair point, right? I think we talked about before. Super 7's a wait and see, right? Like maybe still get
Yeah.
them, but wait till you can see they turned out okay.
Mhm.
And Jason with a $10 super chat. Wingnut is interesting. One seeing how NECA just came out with their version last year. This gives me some hope for Dirtbag and Ground Chuck. PS not a pity chat. Perfect. Love that, Jason. Thank you. But I agree. But the thing is, and I've always felt this way about the Super 7 figures versus the NECA figures. And it's why I have been a fan of theirs, but also why maybe I've pushed hard against them at times because it's like I'm all in. I want you to succeed because to me, this wingnut looks way because it's based off the toy, looks
Mhm.
way cooler than the NECA one. To me, it does.
Yeah, me too. It but like you said, wait and see. This could be a total, his the wings could be a NECA gargoyle situation.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But for the face of it, they look incredible.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't want to dump on Super 7. That's not what, you know, that's not the intention. It's we've been, burnt by spending that much money on
Mm-hmm.
what we've gotten in hand that are full of problems. And it doesn't here's the thing. It doesn't only it's not just turtles or ultimates. It
Mm-hmm.
goes all the way back to when they had the Mo2 license. And
Mm-hmm.
you look at Filmation Triclops
Mm-hmm.
when they made him and his the the part of his head didn't turn. It was like locked up. Like that is what makes Triclops.
Yeah.
And Super 7 issued replacement heads to everybody that bought one through Super 7. If you bought one through Big Bad Toy Store, which, Big Bad got them from Super 7, you didn't get a replacement head. You only got the replacement head if you got it from Super 7.
Yeah.
But then even after that, a bunch of the Mo2 figures had problems where, Quake figures have terrible leg joints.
Yeah.
Hawk and one of the other figures had broken neck pegs.
Yeah.
It's not just Turtles. It's a Super 7 problem.
Yeah. And, and I think what we would like to see is like nobody's perfect. NECA has cues. I mean, toys have problems, right? But hopefully things improve over time. I think that's the important thing. And I agree here, Captain Fox. Playmates designs over 87 Toon 5. And it's personal preference, right? Because I feel like some people if you dig the Toon designs and you prefer them, I totally get it, right? Like for me, since I think the Kenner line is so great, I don't need jumbo size version of the Kenner figures. I really would love Toon style real Ghostbusters figures, right? Because it's the thing I've always wanted. So I get it. I get the idea of that. But for me, Toon Turtles, I just prefer the toys. But that's just, it all comes down to individual preference. We do have a new family member here. It's Blessman Gamer McGee. Welcome to the family.
I got family.
But this set is $75, which is a pretty penny. I get why they're doing that here. It seems like it's a big figure. Plus, you're getting a smaller additional figure. Like that looks about the size of Snarf, which they're charging $55 for, which again, take it or leave it if you think that's overpriced. But so I get their pricing idea here. But like people have said, it might be a wait and see if you get a discount on it, right, John?
Yeah. This is a 6 months after people have them in hand, when they are getting cheaper, like everything else. Everything goes, I don't want to say everything. Most things do go down in price lately.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Given the economy today, the Gabaton 75 American in Canada, I'll have to sell my firstborn. And I get this too, Plastic Nostalgia. I'm fortunate enough to still have my vintage figures, so the NECA Toon Turtles are more exciting for me. Totally get that, right? I get that perspective. For me, and I'm actually very similar to where is it at here? John Johnson. I decided 4 TMNT lines was too much for me. Currently collecting Super 7 Ultimates, NECA Movie, and Vintage Playmates. I'm kind of in that same zone. Like for me, I'm done with, because I'm only 1990 movie, and Super 7's. Not doing tunes, and I have my vintage collection, so I don't need anything else there. But so that I'm kind of in a similar zone. And retro vintage, how much do the 55 Ultimates go down after release? I think it just depends. At least $10 pretty quickly, right, John?
Yeah. Look on completed listings on eBay.
Yeah.
Most of the Ultimates will go from $25 to $40.
Yeah. That's true. Not everything goes down. I wish Mythically just you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Mythically just
some of them are like times 10 of what they originally were.
But anywho, Super 7 Party Wagon. Yeah, $2 super chat. Thank you, Robert. Moved to $8.20. Which I'm okay with. Like I get it. Like I want my Thunder Tank and I want the party, but they keep moving back. I'm like, sweet.
That's super future J.
I prefer super future J problems, not near future J problems. But anywho's, and I think this is a fair take here by Captain Fox. Prices going down due to speculators getting the toys during the COVID era, as if it was comics in the 90s. A lot of X-Men 1s out there from 91. A lot of Wave 1 through 4 Super 7 out there as well. No, I agree. And they re-released.
Yeah. Wave 1 was, I remember like, Raphael was like $150 by himself before they re-released the Wave 1 figures.
Yep. So, but again, Super7's entitled to make money. Like, so if they can sell
Yeah.
it, do it, and people that maybe missed out can get it, that's great. That's good for them. Scumbug, John, we gotta talk about Scumbug. This is one of your favorite figures from the vintage line. So I gotta hear your takes here on this figure.
I love insect figures, anything buggy. I love it. I don't understand the price difference on him. He doesn't
Mhm.
seem like he's that much bigger than any of the other regular size figures.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's just because the accessory tooling is a little bit more in depth, maybe.
Maybe or paint apps because if you look at you can watch the video, right? And they kind of show them. It isn't oversized, to your point.
Yeah. It's probably the accessories,
Yeah. Yep.
but he looks, I mean,
I love the
probably,
alternate head.
yeah. This is going to be like my most anticipated outside of when I was waiting for Mutagen Man.
Mhm.
This is, I cannot wait. He looks incredible.
He does. He does. You know, the key here is like renders look great. They haven't
Mhm.
always delivered, but they've generally delivered on the monstrous figures.
Yep.
Um, and I really hope the same is true here. Even if 65 seems a little spendy, I've never pre-ordered from Super7. We did get vendor for 3 and 4, but outside of that, I've just ordered from Big Bad Toy Store or
Mhm.
Entertainment Earth. Um, and there's a few. It's like, okay, I gotta make sure I at least get a pre-order to make sure I get it. And this one is one of those ones where like, but 65 makes it a little bit of a hesitation because,
This is definitely going to be a wait and buy it on the cheaper afterwards for me.
but I
As
feel like,
much as I do want it,
yeah.
I'll wait.
Mhm. I feel like
Patience.
there's an inflection point where people stop pre-ordering because they go cheaper and maybe they make less.
Mhm.
So I wonder if there's a swing back at some point. So we'll
I
see.
think it's going to take a while.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see. Um, I will say, not taking sides between the two teams in the World Series. But I'm thankful the Astros beat the Phillies because I don't know if you saw like the last times the Philadelphia baseball team has won the World Series, whether it's the Athletics or the Phillies, a horrible recession or depression followed. So the Astros beat them in the World Series. So hopefully that means we won't have a terrible recession.
Just a mild one.
Just a mild one. um, but yeah, I think I think this figure I have pretty good confidence that it's going to be amazing.
Mhm.
But I do think 65 is a little spendy,
Yeah. Yeah. For what, there's no glaring apparent reason. There's no like anything saying, "Oh, this is obviously why he's $10 more."
Mm-hmm.
It's just
If you side by
you know,
side, it's just they both have
yeah,
some, whatever. Maybe it's paint apps or something. I don't know. Again, yeah, sorry to any Phillies fans. I have nothing against you. Like, I was at the flea market this weekend and I was wearing my Padres hat, and like each Phillies fan was like, "Oh, are you okay?" I was like, "It's fine. We're good. Like, you're the better team. You won. It's fine. We're okay." um, but anyways, it's Astros. I think it's fair to give him hell. But I
Yep.
love Dusty Baker, so I'm happy for Dusty Baker. So that's how I'm looking at it. Happy Dusty won.
Yeah.
Um, the $10 difference is just greed. I need Smedberg and Jamie to give some counterpoints here. I don't want to feel like only the chats I'm pressing in are super negative. No, I don't think that's super negative. Anywho's, okay. But John, final thoughts here on this wave before we move on.
Great choices.
Yeah, I agree.
It's super solid characters. Finally back to, like the main bench.
Mm-hmm.
It's back to the basics. Finish out the first few years. We still need Rat King,
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Face.
Yep.
Um, Undercover Donnie, right?
You just do all the undercovers. I got the undercover Raph. He's in that Wave 5 review that I don't know when I'll post it. And it's the undercover Raph is fantastic. John, guess how many hands that figure comes with?
18.
It literally comes with 10 hands.
What?
10.
That is that.
That's
just unnecessary.
Like
and that's what you're paying for.
So many hands. More rock and roll turtles. Yeah, I agree. That's where I kind of wish they would finish, these alternate turtle sets. Just finish the sets before you move on, right? Because I think there's like the sports turtles, the rockin' turtles, the Star Trek turtles, whatever. Like, just finish a set before you move on to the others.
Yep.
I'm bummed that you had QC issues. My undercover Raph was the only one that didn't have QC issues out of Wave 5 and that figure. So
really,
go figure. Modi from Manila, a whatever that denomination is, 99. Thank you so much. Became a patron 5 minutes ago. Absolutely anybody that becomes a patron by the end of this show will be, or by the time I'm pulling the names to put them in the raffle, will qualify. So $5 super chat. You come hang out with us afterwards for our after show and more.
But if you are an international winner, we will need help paying for the shipping.
So we got one, John. I'm behind on shipping things, by the way. So if you won something you haven't gotten yet, I need again, I'll have time now to get this all situated. But we have one person that won the Barnyard Commandos is from London, so
okay,
or UK. So we'll have to figure out the price on that one. But let's see, even Jamie Vaughn, here we go. Even though I'm mostly buying Super 7 lines now, I still wait to buy them on release, and I agree loose joints has been an issue from time to time. Thank you for that context, Jamie Vaughn. Smash that like button. Smash the like button. I think where are we at right now? We're at 285. Let me refresh this to see if that's where we're truly at. Yeah, 289. So about 120, 10 to go. So hit that like button. John's Patreon ghost stories scared the shit out of me last week. They're pretty scary.
Should have lived them.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Break something. Philippines pesos for the win. Sweet. There you go. So, John, is a worm. We need worm for sure. I saw Optimus Prime at I was at the mall. We were trying to find clothes for our family pictures that we were going to do. And the Ultimates Comics in Crouchy Valley Mall had the Super 7 Optimus Prime.
That's just the Ultimates.
The Ultimates one, yeah. Wasn't for me.
Yeah, I've seen him at Nerd Bombers. I was meh, non-transforming Transformers just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Nope. But if you like it, awesome. $5 super chat from Sean Daly. Best of luck on the new chapter, Jay. You've already proven you can be freelance creative. Keep going. Thank you so much. But anywho, okay. So John, I think do we both feel like Wave 9, is it a rebound for TMNT Ultimates?
Yes. I'm gonna say yeah. There's nothing in there that is like a hard pass, as there has been with every wave since Wave 4. Aside from the prices on these, I would be all in. At right out of the gate. If these were all, I would say $40, $50 for Wingnut and Screw Loose. Yep. I would say absolutely 100%. Yeah. I'm in on all of them. I will probably own all of them eventually, but cherry picked. I won't order a whole wave anymore.
Yeah, wave 5 was my last wave personally, and then again, same. I'll cherry pick and see where the prices lay out, or see if there's big issues that need to be figured out. And we'll see. And I do know people are doing was it like floor wax to try and get the joints together. Totally understand that, but again, it makes me even more so want to be like, I'm gonna wait to get it for cheaper because I gotta like put my own fixes to it and stuff like that.
I don't want to put work into the figures.
Yeah. Does Michael Jordan own the number 23? I don't think he does, especially since it's parody. You can have parody and be covered.
Toy Anxiety should know they're the #1 sports podcast.
They are. I was hoping to join them on this past week, but I was unable. I had to do this. We're sprinting stuff for work, which meant nothing anyway because they let me go at the end of the week. But if I would have known they were gonna fire me, John, on Friday, I could just be like, you know what? Screw this project you need me to do. I'm gonna go hang out with Toy Anxiety.
Yeah.
Tonight. Anyways, it's fine. I'm fine. Tom Troll on the 5-4 super chat. Loose joints can be fixed with Fix It stuff I got from eBay. Use it on HasLab Mattel stuff, but it completely fixed my Krang. Nice. My Krang, I got it into like one position and it holds. I'm very thankful. I've seen way worse on those. Frankie Rivera became a GDL family member. Welcome to the family, Frankie.
I got family.
Got family here with GDL family. So yes, I agree. I think this wave is a rebound by selection, by the characters they've done, the fact that the redeco is a really good redeco. I think it's a rebound wave for sure on paper. I think the thing that'll truly seal it as a rebound wave is if, and again, I understand, waves 5 and 6 definitely felt very impacted by the pandemic, and we'll see if the learns maybe that because for me, I had issues with wave 5. I love A-Stuck. The colors are way wrong for me when I see that figure. People have problems with the wings, and maybe some of the big bad stuff that's kind of happened of some of the recent releases, by the time this one gets out, will be resolved, and it truly is the rebound that I do hope for this toy line. Matt, that finally the beginning of your conquest as a creator. Had a predictions on everyone. Thank you, Matt. It's very kind of you to say. Baby Yoda Mees became a GDL family member.
I got family.
Welcome to the family, Baby Yoda Mees. And do we have enough? Did I get that other one? I did Frankie. Okay, good. Let's make sure I didn't miss anybody. Did you really just bring up Agile on a Sunday? Did I? I don't know if I did. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got a scrum board too, Michael. If you wanna. Yeah, exactly. Again, I'm not stressed about it. It's fine. It'll be fine. All things will be good. Okay, John. This isn't the only big thing this week in toy news. No. I almost thought about seeing if you could do a stream when the Grayskull stream happened. Was that on Wednesday or Thursday? Was it Thursday or Wednesday?
Wednesday?
Maybe Thursday. It was Wednesday.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Matt had refused the 84 on his jersey is a prediction on next year's Ultimates price.
Truth.
Oh my God. Wednesday. Charlie Weaver, sweet. We're done talking turtles. Now into the whiny anti-King Grayskull vocal minority. Hey, listen, I don't want to make, if however you feel, I don't want to squash that, okay? Feel what you feel. Not going to make you try to feel any other way. But we do need to talk about it. So, John, the stream I thought was a lot of fun. I thought it was great. I don't know if you watched it live. I was in the chat live. They mentioned one of my comments during the stream. A lot of people reach out they mentioned you. I was like, cool, that's neat. But I thought they did a really good job. It was a live stream. They were clearly doing it live, and I thought they handled themselves really well. They had a vintage Eternia playset with the new Eternia playset. They showed a lot of the features. They really kind of like tried to, in real time, address a lot of the questions around the set and stuff like that, and show all of the features. And overall, while there wasn't, there was that leaked image of the Shirella, and I thought maybe that was going to be the big reveal. That didn't end up happening. But overall, the actual things they showed with the sets, including Modi, which they officially canonized the Modi name during the stream. I thought it was a really fun stream. We're putting a pin in King Grayskull. And I just unplugged my headphones. Hyperbolic arm move. But so John, out King Grayskull being pinned. Thoughts on the overall stream?
They do a good job. It was, I don't want to compare it to Hasbro, but it seems like it's more
homemade,
like,
maybe.
Well, catered to, the fans, cater to the questions, cater to the concerns, instead of just trying to pitch the product. You know what I mean? Instead of just like a long sales pitch of this is it. This is why you should buy it. We're not here to talk to anybody other than just this is what our job is.
Sure.
It is a little bit more personal, like a little bit more I'm trying to think of what that show is called. I can't remember what that show is called. But yeah, I mean, I think they do a good job. And for a first time, I think it was great. Yeah.
I agree. I thought it was fun. I thought they did a good job. Also, Punka Toys, welcome to the GDL family.
I got family.
But yeah, I think, it was fun. They seemed engaged with the fans. And I personally, being a backer, I thought it was great seeing the vintage one with the new one and them doing, like, bringing out the measuring tape and like trying to get the scale of everything in real time. I don't think this set will fit on the table my current Eternia sits on. But I think, like, even, addressing the fact that, I know hopefully Ryan Dole is still here. Even Mattel acknowledged those original tracks were trash, and they, made them with modern manufacturing processes. So again, I know you said you had it as a kid and your tracks were perfect.
Must have been the Canadian plastic that worked well.
Again, it's like he's out in the snow. I guess he grew up on a farm in the ice tundra.
The air is better. It didn't brittle the plastic out so much.
I feel like the cold would have.
But it was just the air was full of less chemicals to just damage the plastic.
Yeah. And lifelong, I agree. They crushed it, just the right amount of fan service and salesmanship. Totally agree. Mine ruled. Sorry. Matt Bush says payment plan and PayPal options from the beginning would have helped it reach 10K. I think that's a fair question. I think it's fair. We have a graph from Brian Brink. We'll show that as we close this thing out. Exactly. The plastic froze solid. I would think that would hurt the plastic, but I don't know. Maybe just something about that rarefied Canadian air. Maybe the free healthcare ensured that the track was healthy,
right? That's
enough
what it is.
To work. Okay, but there was
Cobweb.
Cole kept the track lubed with maple syrup. But I will say, Cabo, I'm glad you're in the chat here. I don't know, John. I don't know if you saw my Galactus is right here.
Oh, I didn't notice it before.
Yeah, he's back there. So my hoverboard's down on the floor. I think I'm gonna sell my Godzilla and maybe a couple other things that were back there at the toy show.
What was back there? Shogun Godzilla?
Shogun Godzilla. He's not there anymore. And then I had a 12-inch vintage Vader, which I think I'll also be selling at the toy show. So if you've seen those and you're in Raleigh and you want to buy them, they will be for sale at the Raleigh Toy Show. But I gotta say, like, this was your idea to put the Galactus there. I think it's really cool.
Looks good.
And I finally figured out how to have his hands hold the figures. It took me a while to figure it out, but I got him. But anyways, he's there. And the fact that he's there, you can thank Cobweb for that fact, for selling me his Galactus. And hopefully, and gladly, I bought it before I was unemployed. Maybe I wouldn't know. Would have been irresponsible to pull that off. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, so anyway, during the chat, the whole time there was this undercurrent of like resentment about missing out on King Grayskull. Did you watch it live, John?
No.
Okay. So yeah, in the chat, there's just this undercurrent of like, oh, only resellers want to keep King Grayskull exclusive so that they can flip them and do the right thing, Mattel, etc., etc. Just make King Grayskull available to everybody. That was kind of the if there was discontent in the chat, that was the theme of it. Was the King Grayskull. The butt hurt was palpable. Yes. And there's $10 super chat here. I got it. I'm going to make sure I plus that in. I missed it. Mike put it in here. I can't believe how many people are over the King Grayskull 10K goal. I think it's great. No one loses. Also, John Rebrave started Nick's interview. I was talking recently. VS should be an Origins wave with Rio Blast. Oh, that's a great point.
That would be awesome.
John, you were on with Wait, I Know You podcast. I'm really busted in. I know you made a chat. Did I miss it already? If you could make another chat in here, Nick. But you were on. You just published it this week. Yep. Really good interview that he did. I've been on there as well as on his first season. Check it out. I was watching it the other day. As I was watching it, I had it going as I was doing this.
Setting it up?
Yeah, as I was setting it up.
I had a ton of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Thank you. So check out Wait, I Know You podcast. He did a great job. I think Ralph's been on. Has Ralph been on there too? Maybe. I don't know. I lose. They all blends together in my head. I don't know. But anyway, so there was this discontent in the chat. And this is where I stood personally. I thought it was I think an early bird should be, if you're calling it an early bird, then, it's an incentive to back it within a short amount of time. And, so that way, for people that back it early, it's like a great incentive and it kind of drives the things. I like that if you're going to call it an early bird, I think it's a true early bird, unlike the Hasbro one where it's like, if we hit 10,000 by XYZ date, then you unlock the early bird.
Right. And everybody gets it.
Yeah. To me, I feel like that should just be called special unlock. Don't call it an early bird. So to me, if you're calling it an early bird, I think it's a fun incentive. And for a character like King Grayskull, which again, I find it funny because there's a subset of people that are like, that's not my King Grayskull. Which, in my opinion, I like fine. If you don't like this King Grayskull for whatever reason, I'm not going to amplify those reasons that people usually state. But again, I feel like they could also do a 2000X Grayskull at some point. I thought it was a really cool rendition of the character in Revelation, and it made sense. It was the pack-in for this set because he was there in Revelation with the 3 towers. So just thematically, it made sense as a call to the Revelation show. But anyway, I digress. So that was the undercurrent, people being miffed about. But overall, I thought it was fine. But also, John, I didn't care if they decided to change their mind and say everybody gets it. Right. Like, cool, more people get it. That's great. But I feel like Mattel said it was up to be damned if they do, damned if they don't. But whatever. I'm not Mattel. It's not my problem. John, what was your pre-thoughts before the shift?
I liked the idea. It was, like you said, it's a great choice for the Easter egg. And they probably will do a 2000X version. because they have the armor. They have, they just need to change the buck in the head.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. Everybody will get the King Grayskull that they want.
Sure.
But, having the early bird for the people who did back it early, awesome.
Yeah.
But then I do see the other point. Like I do see the other end where so many people that were asking for payment plans that could not get in early because there wasn't a payment plan set up yet. I think there was an understanding that the payment plan was coming.
Yeah.
But Mattel should have had that worked out. So, I'm happy everybody's going to get it. I'm happy everybody that.
Well, it's not guaranteed yet, but yeah.
I know it's not guaranteed. They still have to hit 10,000.
Yeah.
So at that, in that aspect, I feel bad for the people who had to wait for a payment plan and didn't get it in time. And they're not guaranteed a King Grayskull.
Yeah.
So I understand Mattel's, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yep.
Problem. I do think that it would be a logistical nightmare to figure out how to divide something, or like, okay, so the first this amount of people, 5,200 people or whatever it was, that did get the pre-order in the actual early bird time frame. What could we make it different for them? What could King Grayskull come with, like a bagged accessory, like I don't even know. A different sword, just something like bagged, like
so
they
easy.
did with like the classics Hordak imp trunk.
Damn,
thing,
what would really piss people off? Throwing in a 2000X King Grayskull head.
Oh my god! Yeah, and you can just build your own King Grayskull. that would really, talk about dividing.
That's an awful idea. Don't do that.
Talk about making flippers. But yeah, I mean, there is no good outcome for this. Like they had to pick one way or the other.
Yeah.
But if they do break 10,000 and then they can say, all right, this figure is now included for everybody. Awesome. But it also means we're getting Keklar. Awesome.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes to get Keklar, if that's what it takes to get all these people to jump in and say, all right, I'm in, even though I probably won't make any, I won't flip King Grayskull because now he won't be worth as much and he won't be the least produced figure in Origins, but we get Keklar, and we get Modi. It's, everybody, it's beneficial for everybody.
Yeah. No, I agree. And Giraffe, I think this is a fair call out here, right? It's not about getting something. It's about a broken promise. They broke it in a good way, but what if it had been done in a bad way? Need a trust and a deal. And I understand that, right? Like it's just, it is a broken promise no matter what. It is a going against the thing that you set up as an incentive, and probably, and again, where it's different is they charged people the second it went live. So people that had to put up their money within that time, they had to put up their money with, like, it wasn't like a Hasbro one where you could wait 45 days and then everybody's charged at the same time. So there was a financial commitment that had to be made to be within the early bird range, right? And so it makes it stickier. It makes it tougher. So I understand the pushback. But to me, it's like giving more people a chance to get something, I feel like is a good thing. But I'm not going to randomly spray if you think you're pissed about it or something. But it tickled me just watching it happen live. Everybody, it's just like the discontent in the chat was all this stuff about like flippers. That's the only reason why they want to keep Grayskull exclusive, yada, yada, yada. So then they make the announcement. And to me, I even said it, I think that's the thing they called out was my chat. I was like, awesome, that's great. Now, everybody has a chance to get one, which is what it should, if you're going to change your mind, it's just what it should have been in the first place. But again, a lot of about this release has been slapshot, kind of hastily put together, from the announcement to the going live. It's been messy throughout all of it. And not having the payment plan set up, not having PayPal ready to go, like it's been messy, and we've been saying that from the beginning. So at least this is messy in a way that gives an opportunity to get more figures.
Yeah.
Is there a financial incentive for Mattel to do this? Absolutely. Right. And we called it out in the charts. We're like, you look at flatlines. It's going to flatline, and it did flatline the second King Grayskull got hit. And the same is true for the WWE ring. It flatlined the second it was hit. So maybe that was the amount of people that would always back it. Or maybe early birds just shouldn't be a thing, and you need to come up with a better incentivization process.
Yeah.
Early backers get Miss Modi. Absolutely. Give me all the Modis.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought. I forgot about it, but friend of the channel, Ted Biaselli, sent John and I.
This is so good.
It's so good. Did he post it on his public socials? Well, he gave us.
I didn't check afterwards.
Huh?
I didn't check his page afterwards.
He sent it to us personally. I don't know if he was cool with me posting that live, so I won't. But he did. Apparently, there is a 3D printer or something that gives you like print designs or whatever. And he has a 3D printed Modi. And I don't know if Ted has posted on his socials yet, but he should.
He didn't.
He didn't. Okay. Well, Ted, you got to post it because it's really cool. Because he painted his own unique colorway and stuff like that. I love this idea. Give me all of the unique like colorways. Like if Mattel's not going to do it, let's do it. So Blue Sculptures is the Twitter account. And setting up many other things. I think this is super cool. And sure, it may not be articulated. It's not going to be the same as the Modi we're going to get with the sets. But if we want a little Modi army, it's a great way to do it.
It's like buying the like blank Funko Pops.
Yeah.
You're just doing it yourself. You can do like a chameleon effect from his butt upwards.
Yes.
You know, different colors.
Cool. So, but I gotta say, I gotta admit, I'm terrible at painting things or printing things. So I'm not going to do it. But if you're good at that stuff, you have options. You have options. So it was just really funny in the chat. They announced it, and I said, that's great. So now everyone can stop complaining. Well, that hasn't happened. It flipped, and the chat went into, I can't believe you've broken this promise. I can't believe, why did I even back this early? A whole bunch of discontent in the chat.
No, I can't sell my King Grayskull for $200.
Yes, like it completely flipped the other way. And I went to vote in Georgia, and our ballot even asked which King Grayskull I wanted. I'm sorry. Tony anxiety. Ooh, a glow in the dark Modi? 100%. Ooh, great super chat here. $2 super chat. Ooh, a Phlox Modi, perhaps?
Yes.
So, you know, it's quite possible Mattel couldn't legally offer payment plans till a set minimum backer account was funded. Maybe. New sub here, by the way. Well, thank you for joining, Gary M. Of course, Super Frank was mad. But I gotta say, I was a little surprised at how much the pushback was that they did it, John. Maybe I shouldn't be. It's the internet. Everybody has an opinion. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just want everybody to get everything they ever wanted, and that's just. And I don't mind. Like I don't.
Right.
Care.
We just. Nobody's ever happy. Nobody's ever pleased. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the internet. And
it is.
I'm happy that everybody's going to get one.
or has a chance to.
Yes.
Has a chance to. I think that's the important thing to talk about here. And I got to plus in Brian Brink's chart here, because the only way everybody gets one is if they hit 10,000 backers, right? Which would also unlock Keklar.
Yep.
And I gotta say, that stream kind of sold me more on Keklar, because before I was like, I don't care if I got Modi, I'm happy. That's the one I really wanted. Even more so the King Grayskull. Glad I got him, but Modi was where it's at. But even after that announcement, John, and maybe it's kind of just discourse either way, but it hasn't moved the needle that much. So Brian Brinker does a great job. Please give him some love in the chat. He marked the Grayskull for all announcement. And John, it hasn't changed it all, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, not a huge jump.
No. And the 10,000 Keklar, and let me make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. It's the blue line here. We're still off target. We're negative 521 backers a day off target.
Whew.
There's only 3 days left. And so all of this discourse about the King Grayskull for everybody, it's a chance it doesn't happen, and it still stays as an early bird exclusive.
Yep.
And I think this is a fair call out here, Terrence St. John. They waited too long. People threw money at Mondo. That's a very good point. The Battle Cats out there. And Retro Days, I don't know if they'll extend it. I don't know. Why would they? I guess they got their money.
Yeah, I don't think they will extend it.
No.
I mean, it's the longer that they extend it, if they did, I mean, this needs to get into production. That's the, it's the end of the year.
Yeah.
They got to spend that money. It's got to be, on the books that the money came in, and now the money's going out for tooling.
Yeah.
So it's the, and hopefully they can get it in before Chinese New Year.
Yeah, 100%.
Although no, Mattel produces in Mattel doesn't produce in China, right?
Are they Vietnam now? I don't know. I don't know exactly where they are.
I'm not sure. But either way, I think they would want to get this on the books before the end of the year.
But I gotta say, Malaysia. Okay, hey Troy, there you go. Masters of Universe Tribute. Holy cow, a growth chart. That's the next level. This must be your first stream, Masters, because we get into the weeds here. Thanks to Brian Brink. And it's true, Shannon Griffin. Lots of people will be asking, anyone with an Eternia for a decent price? Shortly after it closes.
That's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I can't even say that like I haven't done it myself, because Cobweb was very generous to sell me what he paid for it plus shipping. So I've been in those boats. Brick Something says, I think like 5,000 more people were gonna order, but then took umbrage at the idea of the Uncity King Grayskull for all program. So, John, I do gotta ask, I find this fascinating. And Neil Hunter Hyde says as well, right? Where are the folks who loudly complain about not getting the Grayskull now that it's an option again? Were they just blowing smoke and nothing to see their own voices? Because Grayskull deadline was here. That was roughly 70, almost 8,000 people, right?
Yep.
Since then, up till the King Grayskull for all, only 450 people thereabouts, maybe 500 people backed it after the fact. So there's 500 people that could say I take umbrage for the fact that I'm not going to get a King Grayskull for whatever reason. So 500 people out of the 8,500.
Yep.
And now after it was announced, it's only gained approximately 200 people. And if this doesn't back, it is truly a damned if you do, damned if you don't for Mattel, because they got all this blowback and it's still not everybody's going to get it, and they're not going to hit 10,000. Nobody gets Keklar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how many people will in that last couple hours try and cancel if they don't see the number growing, substantially?
That's true. I mean, maybe it's just like there was 8,000 people, give or take, that was going to back this. Were you laughing?
I was just thinking, if it doesn't hit 10,000, right afterwards, we'll hear so many flippers celebrating.
And again, very real possibility that the complaining voices were just those 200 people. It could be, or again, it could just be people complaining on the internet, which is a timed and honored tradition. Apparently, John and I do it about Super7 way too much. It's our God-given right. No, I'm kidding. Look out for his faker clone Keklar on Mattel Creations. So
I still think that there's going to be a big jump the last day.
There's usually a spike.
The FOMOs, who knows if Big Bad or Entertainment Earth is going to place orders, or if they haven't already. I think that there's still tons of opportunity to hit 10,000.
Agreed. And I hope it does. Like, I don't know. I'd like to get Keklar.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, that's fine too. I'll be okay. It doesn't. All good. I'm not going to stress about it. Okay. Real quick on all the other HasLabs or crowd backer thingies. John, let's pour one out for our dearly departed, or maybe not dearly departed.
Just departed. Crashed and burned.
HasLab Engine of Vengeance. It officially is DED dead. I should have put taps on here. Next time I'll put taps. Note to self, Jay. Add taps.
Add taps.
Dude. But I'll do sad trombone then. Officially did not back. Its last day jump was a minuscule. What was that? 200, give or take, a little over 200. Couldn't even get back to where it was on its early bird, which was over 6,000. Dropped, and at the end ended up at 5,060. So DED dead. No Moss. No Robbie Reyes.
We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. No shockers. But hopefully maybe it's a learn for Hasbro. I don't think it means HasLabs are dead, but I think it just means you gotta one, the value has to be there, maybe a bit overpriced compared to what it would be if it was retail, but it can't be something so outlandish that I'm like, this just doesn't make sense.
I think they should put polls out. Give options of the next HasLab project.
Yeah. So a bummer for those that want it. I'm sorry for those that want it. It didn't happen. I think the tiers look really cool. To me, the only thing I really cared about was the tiers, and so tiers for the lost tiers of the. Oh man, I could do the Tears for Fears stuff. So for all of you that did not get those tiers, feel free to. People were worried I get copyright strike for the copyright striked. Hasn't happened yet, baby.
I like copyright stroked.
Stroked. Ooh. Ooh.
That's what she said.
So, but let's go to the other HasLab that I have backed, and maybe I'll have to unback. Is Deathosaurus. Where is it at? Is it here? I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. Wrong one. Hold on, real quick. I think I did. There we go. Also, kudos to Brian Brink for making 3 charts once a week. Oh, and speaking of the like button, we're at 365, so we're getting close. There's over 540 people. We're pushing 600.
Gotta get it.
Gotta get that. Nope, not gonna do that.
Do you want that 4-pack?
Do you want that 4-pack? I got it right here for you. But Deathosaurus, which I gotta say, if you haven't watched Ken Toy Connections Deathosaurus video, did you watch that one, John?
Not yet. Nope.
Watch it.
I am
So
going to watch
good.
it.
Really?
He's been dropping the videos like he's been on a tear.
So he has a vintage Deathosaurus and he like shows it, and it's like I didn't give 2 craps about ever owning one, and I see his video and I'm like, oh, I would like a Deathosaurus, please. But those are expensive. Those are very expensive.
Those are spendy.
So I just have to live vicariously through Ken. But check it out. Deadheads, please, a pie chart next time. Well, there you go. Brian Brink, if you can make it a pie chart, I guess. I don't make these. But I gotta say, I'm not as smart as Brian, nor as good at making charts. And I appreciate how he sets these up. So it's pretty, it's very this red line is the Sky Saber. Right? Sky Saber?
Victory Saber.
Victory Saber, damn it. Victory Saber. So fear not, I don't think it's in trouble or anything, but there were kind of big spikes kind of throughout that eventually had it be a pretty successful project. Because as of now, where it stands, and again, the Victory Saber is very similar, it is off target on all 3 tiers. So just being backed, it's -75. It is 159 off its first tier, which was the cannon thing. And it's 242 off pace for the throne. So currently, I don't want to say it's in trouble, because again, the Victory Saber, it's pacing with the Victory Saber, and it's open to, I believe, the is it just Japan or is it all of Asia? I think just Japan, but it's open to more markets than the other HasLabs are. So I don't think there's cause for concern yet, but just as of now, as of this time, it is off the tracks a little bit. Any thoughts?
I think it's going to be fine. I think it's, it's just taking a little bit longer, but I think it'll probably end up just the same as Victory Saber did, and just having a big finale.
Yep. Victory Saber equals Victory Leo plus Star Saber Ultimate Awesome. Thank you so much. I think a Toy Habits GDL crossover might be more successful than an Engine of Vengeance campaign. Love the Toy Habits crew. And we have them in the chat time. I'm sure at some point a crossover will happen. Cavebarian Media, I think Hasbro and Mattel see a finish line for toy collecting affordability and are trying to get all the money they can. Just too much at once. That's fair, right? I think it's a fair call out. Feels like it. It sure feels like it.
Yep.
I will say. And thank you, Sean, for trying to convince people to become a patron. It's just $5 buy-in, and you can cancel if you don't want to do it every month. Exactly. And I think people regularly sometimes dip out and then come back in, dip out, come back. It's appreciate whatever you can contribute and to be a part of this. I'm thankful for all of it, even if it's as simple as a like or subscribe or just even putting a comment on a video or being here in the chat and being a good person. It is all appreciated. From that to the biggest of contributions. Let's see. There will probably be a jump if Hasbro can get Victory Saber shipped before Deathosaurus campaign ends. That's fair. I saw it at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. It looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing.
I thought that shipped already. I thought people had that.
Did they? I may have missed that. I
mean, they say that it hasn't shipped. But I mean, I just assumed that it did.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's a HasLab, so it doesn't really matter when.
It's true. It's very true. All right. We are we're 11 away from 400 likes to unlock.
Still got to get it, but we got plenty of time. Still got to get stumped.
But we are about stumping time, John. Stumping time. Come on, fellas. Stumping time. Stumping time.
Don't get us the dislikes.
Stumping time. That's so bad. Oh my God.
I don't know. That just reminded me of that. Remember Simon? Well, I know my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings. You remember that?
Vaguely.
In the bathtub?
What is it from again?
I think it was. I remember Mike Myers doing it on SNL as a skit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I remember there was one with Danny DeVito was in the bathtub with him.
Uh-huh.
And that just reminded me of it for some reason. But he would he was like a little kid. I can't remember what it was all about. But that was like the theme song in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like the opening of the skit.
For me, I know people like to give crap to Dick Van Dyke's Cockney accent in Mary Poppins, but Mary Poppins is a treasure in Grace Films of all time.
It was on Pinwheel, yes, on Nickelodeon, the original.
All right. We just watched Are You Afraid of the Dark with the kids for Halloween.
Oh, nice.
I was such a baby, like scaredy cat. I used to be so scared of that show. I watch it, but I'd be super scared. But watching it now as an adult, I'm like, oh my God, this is like the tamest thing ever. Where I was like, but there was something about like Saturday Night Snick. It was late at night.
Mm-hmm.
It was dark. It was a mood. It was a vibe.
You got in your own head,
right?
That's when it got worse. Is when
exactly. And
your mind starts running.
Exactly. But again, watching it now, it's on Paramount Plus. So I was like, oh, this is pretty chill. The original Mary Poppins is the GOAT. Step in Time inspired a bunch of poppers and lockers. I did not know that. I love Step in Time. I am talking about screens, Ralph. Don't be mad at me. Everyone go watch Barbarian. That's what I hear. Barbarian's incredible.
It is good.
Don't talk about the plot. The intro was scary of the show. I think it's what always just spooked me out. Saturday night. Okay. John, we have submissions from T Ponder as well as Andrew. Stumping time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Let's see. I got the music. It's that time again. It's time to test John and his knowledge of all things toy accessories. Yes, he claims to be an expert, and we like to challenge him on that on a segment we like to call Stump John. So everybody in the chat all around the world, say it with me. It's time to do what? It's time to stump that John.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you
feeling
ready
it? I'm feeling it.
Oh damn, Jason, I'm so sorry. $2 super chat is for not to sing. I need more than $2 not to sing. You can't crush my soul like that, Jason. Jamie, I agree. Stump him. Let's see if we can stump him. Y'all ready for this? Okay, enough of that. All right, let's start out with T Ponders. It's 3 accessories, all in a row.
In a row. Oh boy. All right, left one that the arrows. Don't know it.
Okay, wait, did you say it? I was taking a drink and I realized I didn't hear
okay.
what you said.
The quiver. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I got to think about that.
Okay.
The center
Uh-huh.
is the 2000X Staction of Mantenna from NECA.
It is.
And on the right, it looks like it would be from Futurama. But it's judging by your face, it's not. What is?
I feel like you should get this one. I don't know. I got it. So I feel like if I knew, you should know.
Is it from the 2000s?
No,
it's not. 90s.
Mm-hmm. It's 90s.
That's 90s.
Mm-hmm.
What's throwing me off is the multiple paint colors. 90s were so solid color.
But maybe because I had this figure and I love this thing that it's from, this property. Even though I don't know where that figure went. I would love to buy some to add to the collection now. They're not as easy to come by, but I'll give you a hint. We were at a toy show together, and I was like, I saw this thing card, and I was like, I grabbed it. I was like, I'm gonna buy this. And then the person said the price, and I was like, no, I'm not, and I put it back.
The only other thing I think of is like a Marvin the Martian figure.
Damn, you are so close. But you're not getting it right now.
But I'm not getting it.
No.
Okay.
I'm giving too many hints, they're saying, so I'm gonna shut up.
Okay. I give up. I don't know, and I don't know the quiver either.
Damn. Okay. All right. The quiver is from Disney Heroes Peter Pan. You know those like kind of jacked up figures that I had in my dig bin?
I do. I've sold a couple of those before.
A lot of people have been saying Earthworm Jim on the gun. It is not Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim, but all the weapons on those were just solid colors. They had no paint at all.
Oh, you're going to kick yourself when I say this. It is from the Mars Attacks toy line, the Martian Ambassador.
You got to be kidding me.
I
know. I should have known that. And we were at the show in Winston-Salem.
See?
Damn it.
I know. Yeah, that on Futurama. And that little paint app there.
Yeah. Yeah, he was asking too much for that figure.
Yeah, it was a lot, right? Wasn't like $40 bucks?
I think it was 50, and he told you 40 for you.
It's like, it's 50, but I'll do 40. I was like, listen.
That's like a $20 figure carded.
And it was like kind of grungy carded. Like it was not.
It was an opener.
It was an opener.
Yeah.
Which is what I was going to do with it. But it still had the, like when you got gifts as a kid and they would tape the Toys R Us receipt to the back.
Yep.
Still had the Toys R Us receipt taped to it, which was also another like, ooh, I'd love to have, because I love trash, apparently. I would love to have that receipt too, but it was just way too pricey. Exactly. It's going for $34.99. Exactly. Anyways. Okay. Not great on those, John.
Nope.
You have 2 more chances, though. Okay. So let's see if you can, shake it up a little bit. But I gotta admit, I thought those first 3 would have been the ones you would have done well. But here we go.
I should have gotten that Mars Attacks blaster.
You should have. But it's okay. Nobody's perfect.
I think it could be either Indiana Jones
Mm-hmm.
or who came with those little guns? The Lone Ranger series
Mm-hmm.
from Gabriel.
Okay. Which one do you want to go with?
I'm gonna go with. I don't think either of them are right, but the only I can having a hard time thinking of a revolver that's that small for figures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go indie.
Damn, John.
Is it the other one?
It is.
Ah,
It is Lone Ranger by Gabriel.
does
Oh, you had
indie
it. You
have
said it.
indie have a brown handle? I think one has a brown handle.
Oh, damn. I thought you were getting it. You said it, but you
I
didn't
know.
choose it.
I didn't choose it. I
Mm-mm.
didn't choose it. So I know it, but I don't know it.
Yep. Hey, listen. It happens. All right, last one. I feel like you should get this one.
Biker Mice from Mars.
The Biker Mice from Mars Crowbar.
Throttle or Vinny?
Let me double check.
I think it's Throttle.
This one, it says Vinny.
Oh, Vinny? Okay. That's all right. I'll take it.
So I'll give it to you. But 2 out of 5, John, I'm sorry, but you've been officially stumped. I should do like a little thing that says stumped. Big old thing goes across stumped. So 2 out of 5. It's okay though. Listen,
2 out of 5 ain't bad.
Because 2 out of 5 ain't bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody gave a super chat for me to stop singing.
I'll take it. It's all right. It's better than none.
It's exactly. Okay, let me get the.
I didn't go full Canada. I didn't.
What's that?
Dole. I didn't go full Canada.
You didn't. Yeah. Oh my God. Dole's performance, legendarily bad. All right. I'm dropping the form in the chat right now. Put in your YouTube handle. So what would show up here in this chat thing? That is the name that you need to be putting into this form. And typos, make sure you're typing it right. Make sure everything's clear as crystal. And I'll post it again for the giveaway. Since we have unlocked it, we've hit over 400 likes, 422 likes tonight. So put your name in there to win one of these sets. Also, thank you to all of the new patrons while we've been streaming today. I want to call them out real quick. We have Wolf the Wicked, Benjamin Murray, Michael Traverso, Ian McGee, Brandon Wilcox, Toby Hickson, Mossman from Manila, Casey Drybones, and Mike. You all have become patrons. So thank you so much for becoming a patron. Change your I'm a lock, right? But I will say, if you are a patron and you're watching this now, it's technically you get 2 entries, you get 2 chances.
Yep.
To win. That is a benefit for being a patron. To win this set. The other benefit is hanging out with John and I for our after show, GDL After Dark. John and I have a big toy show coming up this coming weekend. So John, I thought it'd be a fun time to kind of connect with our toy show strategies.
Yeah.
Both as selling, but also maybe buying. And we've talked about similar topics before, maybe almost dead on, but let's talk about what we're going into this show with. And I know I think Kayla Silva went to her first toy show this weekend, and I believe met up with Brick something there, which was really cool.
That was the first? That was Kayla's first toy show?
I think so. A bad friend I think that's what she said. Kayla, if I mess it up, I apologize. But anyway. So thank you to all of our new patrons. Thank you to all of the patrons of this show. And I'll put the link one more time. That's the last time I'm doing it, and it's the last time I'm calling it out. So I'm going to do the Patreon giveaway first. But this is your chance. So get your name in there or forever hold your peace. Okay. I don't want anybody being upset. But the patrons are all in there. So let me pull up a list of them all so I can put them in our wheel of names. But John, any thoughts or anything as I get this wheel of names set up?
Well, I'm glad somebody's winning these because I really wasn't interested in that set.
I gotta admit, there's like a sense of it that I am interested to be completely honest. But at the same time, I don't want to condone buying it because I think it is expensive, but I'll absolutely condone giving it away. And again, I want to thank Matt Bush for sending those in.
Absolutely.
He sends in so much great stuff, and and not just to our channel, but to other channels as well. And you know, has you know, I don't know, just the generosity is incredible. So thank you, Matt Bush, for doing that. But let me get the wheel of names, wheel of morality. Turn.
Way to hype up the prize.
It's a good prize, though.
It is. It's a great prize. The only thing that I didn't like about the set was the price.
Yes, but this is amazing because you don't have to pay that.
You don't have to pay for it. No, I'm happy that it's getting given away, and somebody will get it free 99.
Exactly. Patrons don't have to put their name in twice. You can do the normal. I'm putting all the patrons in right now, and then you can put your name in again for the other giveaway. So you have two chances. Don't put your name in twice in the form. Then you'll be disqualified.
Kicked out.
Speaking of raffles, though, John, did you get your? I got a lotto ticket yesterday. Did not win, obvi.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to get some lotto tickets for this one? Almost $2 billion, John.
I remember the last time, like, it got crazy high. One of our topics was what would we buy? Like,
with $1 billion? But how about $2 billion?
What about $2 billion? I buy twice what I talked about before. Two of everything.
I want to thank all that we've crossed over the 200 patron threshold around like 213 patrons. Thank you so much. As I do this this GDL thing full time while I search for another job, I thank all the patrons that help out this show and help out this channel. So I'm putting all of them in right now. 212 entries, John. Whew.
Wow. Whew.
Look, can't even see the names. But here we go. We ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. This is Patreon only. Patron only. If you haven't filled out the form yet, do it. Brandon. Congratulations, Brandon.
Congratulations.
Shoot an email to geekdadlife@gmail.com, and we will get this bad boy out to you, as well as all the other giveaways we've done the past few weeks. I've not sent them yet. We're getting them all out this week. So congratulations. All right. So that's the Patreon giveaway. I hope you all listened to me when I said put your name into the chat, into that little link that I gave you. I did lose my job, but that's okay. It's going to be okay. I've said that way too many times now to make it seem like it's not going to be okay, but it's going to be okay. I'm not worried about it. I mean, I am worried about it, but I'm not like losing sleep yet. Okay. Anyway, there was a super chat as well from Jason. Here we go. You put the link back up. This is just like Grayskull all over again. Just kidding. Oh my goodness. Get out of here, Jason. So sick of Brandon winning, but congratulations. Has he won one here yet? I don't know if he has. Or did he win? Did he win on
Did he win on Toy Anxiety?
I didn't get to watch on Tuesday because again I was doing work for the job that wasn't gonna be my job 3 days later. Okay. Let's see. Wheel of names. Let's get a fresh wheel of names out here. And this will be more than 200, I hope anyway. Since we had that many likes. Where did the the forum go. 226, John.
226.
Two.
But we had 400 likers.
We did, but I guess not all 400. Maybe everyone had 2 accounts. I don't know. I don't want to know. But here, let's put everybody's name in, though. And they're all in here now. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Sean Daly! Congratulations!
Awesome. Are you still here?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Sean, you got to make yourself known. I hope so. He was just here.
Toy art. I second that.
What did Toy Art say? I had peanut butter whiskey for the first time today. My life truly changed. Some people love that.
It is. I like Screwball the most out of any of them. Yeah.
But all right, Sean, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. 9,
8,
6, 5.
I hope you didn't go to the toilet.
Maybe pooping. Baby number 2. Sean is gone. Okay, we got to do it again, John. Sean, I'm sorry. He's currently pooping. Maybe. Maybe he had to go. Maybe there's something emergency. So, Sean, I'm sorry, but you do have to be here. Sean said I could have it.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, there he is.
He's here.
Woo, Sean, come on now, Sean. Come on.
Had a clean break. Got back to the screen.
I hope he got a clean break. Sean, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sean is present. There we go. There he is. Here he is. Okay. All right. Everyone was looking out for him. I actually made it and I won something. Indeed, Sean. Indeed. Skid marks are Congratulations, Sean. Again, everybody email at geekdadlife@gmail.com to win those out. All right, Sean. That is it for this episode. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Honestly, it is one of the highlights of my week, and really enjoy hanging out with you all. Thanks again to our patrons. Again, for any of our patrons to come hang out with us at GDL After Dark, where John and I will be talking about toy show strategies. Which, John, we've got a lot. We got a lot of strategies, right?
We do.
You have more because I feel like you've been doing this a lot longer, but still, it should be a lot of fun to hang out with all the patrons, let our hair down, so to speak, and Craig doesn't need not. Yo, Craig, when are you gonna do your damn unboxing? I feel like I'm gonna miss it now at this point if he ever does it.
I think that's just so much to unbox live at one time.
But that's what's gonna make it great. It's what's gonna make it great.
It's gonna make it a full day.
Sure. But I don't know. I was at Craig's house a couple months ago, and I saw it. I saw the box of Motu, and from that moment, I wanted to experience it live. So everybody, will see you at After Dark if you're coming there. If not, that's perfectly fine. We'll see you the next time. Hit the subscribe and the bell so you won't miss it. And until then, hasta luego and goodbye. Take care, everybody.